Guard-gated communities promise a dream lifestyle in Henderson, Nevada, but for some that could quickly become a complete hassle. Let's uncover why. Number 1, high costs. Being behind those guard gates means you have a homeowners association due. Make sure to ask what that is before you sign the dotted line. Number 2, strict rules and regulations. Once you get behind those gates, there's rules and regulations, so you better find out what those are. You may not be able to park that RV in your driveway. You may have to pull those garbage cans in by a certain time. You better know what those rules and regulations are before you move in. Number 3, limited guest access. Want to throw a party? You better have a guest list and you better know who's driving that person through the gate, or else your phone is be ringing off the hook when you have a party. Number 4, privacy concerns. There's going to be a 24-hour security guard gate. There's cameras throughout the community, and most of the time in these communities, there is a rover. Someone driving a truck, driving through the community, checking on things, making sure the rules are being followed. And if you're someone who just kind of likes to bend the rules a little bit, you may not like that. Number 5, potential for social friction. Close proximity and shared spaces like parks and pet parks and even fitness facilities in some of these guard-gated communities could cause friction if you don't get along with your neighbors. Number 6, inflexible HOA rules, homeowners association rules. If you want to change the outside of your home and change the landscaping, you're going to have to go through an architectural department and get approval. When I wanted to change the landscape in front of my home when I lived behind the guard-gated community of 10 Oaks Estates in Section 10, I had a complete hassle. We had a beautiful design for the front of our home to get rid of the grass because the waterscape here is very important. We're trying to save water here in Las Vegas. And the community manager, the person who made the final decision on that, did not like our landscape design. We had to go through 3 different renderings. It was a complete hassle. So that's something you do have to consider when moving in a guard-gated community. Number 7, restrictions on rentals. Most communities here in Henderson, Nevada that are in a guard-gated community have rental rules and regulations. Most communities require a 6-month and more lease. So if you're looking to have an income opportunity, short-term rental, mid-term rental, vacation rental, corporate rental, you're gonna need to find out which communities allow that because most guard-gated communities do not. Number 8, visitor screening hassles. Guest forgets their ID or driver's license. It could be a problem when they go to the guard gate. I've had many of my clients get turned away because they forgot their ID and they're going to view a property. I've had to have them park around the corner and hop in my car. What a pain. The one thing though, if you do live in one of these communities, it is nice to know that there is a process and they will turn people away. Number 9, limited street parking. For someone who likes to have lots of parties or you have a large family and not a large driveway, many of these guard-gated communities do not allow parking on the streets for more than a day, sometimes 2 days, but there are limitations, and with that rover going around, they're gonna find out if you're breaking that rule. So that could be an issue for you. Number 10, noise and lights from the security rovers. Here in McDonald Highlands, we have a rover that drives around, and at night they drive around with high beams because up in the hills, it's really dark, and I can completely understand why. What if there's a dog or a rabbit running around, they don't want to run it over. But when they turn in that cul-de-sac, those high beams go straight into some people's homes. That could be completely annoying and wake you up. Number 11, potential for fines. Let's say you're out of town and your friends are staying at your house, and the HOA finds out and they think you're doing a short-term rental and there's a bunch of cars parked around and you're getting all these fines. Or let's say you're out of town for a few months and your landscaper isn't keeping up with their landscape duties and the grass is dying and the trees are getting overgrown. Well, you're gonna get hit with some fines. So that's definitely something you're gonna wanna know. If we haven't met yet, my name is Courtney Bentley and I'm a luxury real estate agent here in Las Vegas. I offer a concierge service to take the headache out of moving to my favorite city. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video. Now let's move on. Number 12, delivery delays. Are you someone that does Grubhub or Instacart? Well, those people have to go through the guard gate, and if the line is really long, you could get delivered some food that's not so hot. So that's definitely something that could be very annoying. Number 13, landscape restrictions. Are you looking to renovate your backyard in your brand new home located behind a guard gated community? Well, you're gonna have to submit those plans to the architectural board. Yes, that's right. They will limit your personal preferences. Number 14, pet restrictions. Some of these guard gated communities have pet restrictions. How many pets you can have, what kind of pets you can have, how many pets you can have. These are things you're gonna wanna consider if you're an animal lover like me. Number 15, security reliance. Relying on the security with the guard gate, the rover, could lead to a false sense of security. Number 16, maintenance disruptions. Regular community maintenance, like the roads, parks, and even the guard gates themselves, can be disrupted to the quality of your life. Let's take a quick poll. Are any of the 16 challenges I just mentioned a total deal breaker for you? Let me know in the comments below. Number 17, technology dependency. Let's say the electric thing that connects to the fob or the sticker that's on your car, it breaks down. Guess what? You got to go through the regular line, which can take forever. It is such a headache. It has happened a couple of times in my community, and I can't tell you, it's put a huge delay on some of my days. Number 18, dependence on HOA management. There is always a third-party company within the HOA communities behind these guard-gated communities. And that's because you need to have a third party have the rules and regulate on the rules and give the fines for the rules and have someone drive through that doesn't live in the neighborhood to make sure people are following the rules. Well, that's a huge reliance on that system to ensure and make sure that they're doing their job, really. So if you're someone who doesn't like to depend on other people, you may not like depending on an HOA to take care of things in a neighborhood. Number 19, resale value fluctuations. Let's say the guard gated community hasn't updated the park, or they haven't updated the guard gate in the front, and it just looks dated and old. Well, that's gonna affect the resale values behind the gate. When a person who's relocating from another city pulls into that guard gate, they expect to feel that sense of security. They expect to feel that wonder. And if they don't feel those things, it does affect the property values behind those gates. Number 20, inconsistent security quality. There's gonna be a variability in the quality and responsiveness of the security personnel. Number 21, complex property sales. Behind the guard gates, now you're gonna have an HOA, and homeowners association isn't appealing to all. Some people aren't gonna like the rules and regulations, or they might find out that they can't do certain things that are important to them, like parking the RV on the side of their home. This is one that we see a lot of times here in Las Vegas and Henderson. Another thing to note is if someone wants to host an open house, like a real estate agent, and get a lot of eyes on the property, a lot of these guard gated communities don't allow open houses. So these are all things you're gonna wanna note when looking into buying a home behind the guard gates in Henderson, Nevada. For more videos about Henderson and relocation tips, be sure to check out the videos above. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the bell and subscribe so you never miss a video. I'll see you on the next one.